Joining us tonight to analyze this unprecedented election in Kansas is KSNT's political analyst, Dr. Bob Beatty. Bob, how do you interpret these results?
Well, when you look at the actual results, you see Joe Biden with an overwhelming victory, and that's what he has done pretty much throughout this primary process. However, what's really interesting is you look at the numbers here, the difference between a primary and a caucus. In 2016, Bernie Sanders won Kansas, but with only 26,000 votes, essentially. He got 68% of the vote. This time around, we have also almost 150,000 people participating, and he gets more votes, but a lesser percentage. So what I really think, Hannah, is this signals the end of the caucus system, not only in Kansas, but in the United States, hopefully except for Iowa, because I love the Iowa caucus.
And of course, you've said that this election has a much larger meaning than just whether Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders wins it. Tell us why that is.
Well, Hannah, we're sitting here talking about this primary election, everything. This happened during a pandemic, so Kansas was able to put through, the Democratic Party of Kansas, an election during a pandemic. That's remarkable, and what it really shows is really how mail-in elections or mail-in voting is probably the future for the United States, let alone the state of Kansas. The second thing that the Democrats did was rank choice voting, and a number of states are starting to do this as well, but it's really the future as well, because you can narrow down, for example, in a primary, and you can avoid that problem of getting a nominee from a party who is actually not that popular but gets maybe 30%. You can get rid of that problem with ranked choice voting. So again, the Kansas Democrats here in Kansas not only pulled off an election during a pandemic, but they showed Kansas and the rest of the country how to do things in elections that may be much better than how we've been doing them before.
Yeah, definitely a victory for them, but what could be the tangible policy outcomes that come out of this primary election?
Well, yeah, the most tangible thing is for Kansas to go into some sort of mail election for not the August primary and the November election. Hannah, this would take the legislature sending out ballots to all voters and then changing the system to this mail system.
Well, I guess we'll have to see if that happens.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being with us tonight.